Alright, we are here. I'm here at Hershey Park. Hershey Park is not open right now, but just a little update here. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know if I'm seeing it wrong or seeing it not right or whatever, but I don't remember seeing such a clear view of Comet like that. I don't remember it being that open or clear. They may have cut some trees down. That's my guess. It almost looks like there are some tree stumps over there that have been cut. Recently, I don't know. Maybe recently. But this looks more of a clear view of Comet's first drop, which is right there, and that's Sky Rush, the big yellow one. Sky Rush is there. Great Bear. Construction is going well underway for all this new stuff going on. For the 2020 season. Now, I do want to update you on some things. As most people know now, probably most of the United States and around the world have found out that this whole coronavirus has hit the United States very hard. Just government shutdowns all over the place. States of emergencies and everything all over from state to state. Businesses being closed. Restaurants, bars, grocery stores are only very limited right now because of this whole hysteria of this coronavirus issue. And sad to say now it has hit Hershey Park. Not just Hershey Park, all these other amusement park industries are now closing because of this whole coronavirus issue. What does that mean for Hershey? As far as we know, right now, Hershey Park will not be having springtime in the park in 2020, which is this year. They have made a statement that they will be closed for the safety of the public and the safety of their employees. Their opening date now has gone to May 1st. They're shooting for May 1st. We're hoping that May 1st will be a clear view of when everything starts opening back up and this whole issue with the coronavirus is taken care of and everything is well done. A lot of people are upset about it. Oh yeah, definitely. A lot of amusement parks opened this month, the end of this month, or even in April, and now they're postponing all their events because of all this one issue, this coronavirus thing that has just taken over. So, as far as we know right now, Hershey Park is not having springtime in the park, which would run through April weekends. So that has been canceled due to this. As I said, they're shooting for May 1st to have all this clear and done. Good news is the construction of Chocolate Town continues. It seems like right now, as I see, is all the other construction areas have just wrapped up for the day, for today. They, gotten their trucks, vehicles, they're going home for the day. Their day of construction is done for today. But it means that the construction for Chocolate Town Candemonium have not halted in this issue. Very happy that hasn't halted the issue. So I would guess everything on that spectrum is supposed to be hoping to be ready by Memorial Day or summer, whenever they open again. But we are hoping that this issue gets resolved very fast. I mean, for everything, businesses are being hurt by this. Yeah, this is just not a good. This is not just a good time. In 2020, this, especially around this time, everything's supposed to be getting ready, getting open, awakening for the spring, and it just seems this is just a terrible time for this issue to hit. So, other than that, theme parks, businesses have come to a halt. Hershey Park made a statement that May 1st will be when Hershey Park itself is to open again. They are looking into other areas in which they can figure this whole thing out. But again, it's not keeping the construction of Chocolate Town from going on. They are still continuing to work, from what I see here, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a great thing. It's good. Yeah. Always good. Always great. Now, let me give you some other details of what I have been saying. The carousel. The carousel looks very much right now that the old pavilion is still standing. The old pavilion of the carousel is still standing. Now, we don't know by now. They would have had that pavilion torn down, especially possibly knowing that having spring open and everything, that which would have been coming within the next 2 weeks, but of course that's been canceled. But even still, the pavilion, unless for some reason that they could get that old pavilion down within, matter of a week or maybe less, I think they might be keeping that for the 2020 season. So, but we don't know. Yeah, I believe it's going to be staying there for this year. And then next year, I would hope to see it gone, because there would be really no sense in keeping it there as that. So, but on to the other pavilion over there, which is the new Carousel Pavilion. It's looking very nice. It's looking mainly almost completed. They got that almost done here. The front gate, you can see the front gate a little bit over there, the brown roofed over there. It's the new entrance, the new gate for Hershey Park for this year. So that's going well. Candemonium looks absolutely stunning. Honestly, this thing just up close looks very, very, very nice. Just the fact that we have this B&M Hyper in Pennsylvania now is just wonderful. I'm very happy to see they chose something like this. It just, again, it's huge. You wouldn't think it's big, but it's pretty large. B&M Hyper in Hershey. People still ask, why are there two Hypers next to each other? There's that Candemonium, and then right beside it is Sky Rush. I have said before, there's a difference between the two. Sky Rush and Candemonium. Both of these are two different type of manufacturers. Sure, they have the same height. You know, they're both 200 feet, you know, big, you know. Both of them reach about 75 miles an hour. But the fact of the matter is you're getting two very different rides. Sky Rush is very intense. You know, Sky Rush is very intense. More intense than I think a lot of people were expecting. Very fast. Very compact. And I think that's part of the reason why Sky Rush is very intense, because if you look at the layout, I mean, it's just, you know, going down the first drop, you're at the very end of the drop, reaching 75 miles an hour, you turn immediately into another hill. But everything in the little footprint that they had for Sky Rush was very compact, and they had to make do with how they had to do it. So makes it more intense with the very tight curves and the sudden hills and twists and turns in a very small space that they had to use. And Intamins, you know, Intamins can be rattle a little. I mean, they can really rattle, especially as they age, I believe. So Sky Rush was built in 2012. It does have a rattle to it now. Again, it's partially age of the roller coaster. I know it had a lot of issues last year. In 2019, it had been closed. I want to do that partially because the construction of all of this, they had to shut down because there was I think it was a support cracking or something. It did, and of course the supports were partially on water. So with its age and everything else, it just didn't help. You know, so they did get it fixed. They finally fixed that. So I would think it's going to run really well this year. So we'll see. But, and let me tell you a bit about Candemonium. Because this is Pennsylvania's first B&M Hyper roller coaster in Pennsylvania. You know, other states have a B&M Hyper, but this is really a first for Pennsylvania and Hershey, which I'm really very happy they decided to go with. Now, B&M, Bollinger Mallard, is like one of the top 5 roller coaster companies around. They are known very much for their coasters that are extremely smooth as butter. B&M is. Now, Great Bear over there, if everyone knows what Great Bear is, it's the one over there. That's the suspended B&M. Same company that's making this. So the difference between Sky Rush and Candemonium, you're going to be getting two very different ride experiences. I honestly think this one's going to be more family friendly. I mean, this one's going to be fun for everybody. There is a height limit, I'm sure, but it's not going to be nearly as intense as what Sky Rush is. It's got a lot more land. It's not as compact, which is going to make it a lot easier for it not to be so intense. This will be the longest coaster here at Hershey Park, going for, I believe, almost 2.5 minutes. So I know a lot of people thought people think that Hershey's coasters are very short. Yes, that is true. A lot of Hershey's roller coasters are very short. Not just Hershey's, there are probably other parks that have a lot of very short coasters. Short but sweet. Wishing very much that a lot of these coasters could be longer, because they are. It's a fantastic lineup of roller coasters here for Hershey Park, but we do wish they would be longer. But this one, when Hershey purchased the land, I knew pretty much even before that this was going to be part of Hershey Park. When this new road, I looked out in the empty field, I said, just keep watching Hershey Park. Hershey Park has something big planned for this area. All this is going to be, Hershey Park. It's got to be rides and attractions going in here, and as I just kept following things as things progressed, looked at it. Sure enough, we were seeing signs after Hershey Entertainment had purchased this land that definitely something was going in here. A while later, they announced that they were going to be closing the Rhineland area, the old entrance. And they closed it, demolished it, and now announced that they are doing this brand new area. And I'm telling you, from right now, it looks great. It looks so nice. It's much needed. I know a lot of people aren't happy with the idea that this whole thing is in here. It is so very much needed. When I look at the new front gate, I can guarantee you right now, it's a lot better than what, everything else was. As I said, the factors were the gate was too small. Another factor was the technical outlets of everything in there were getting very old. It had to be replaced. I think the whole thing just had to be replaced. It was getting to be too much. I could see the wear and tear. You could see the wear and tear on the ground. You could see wear and tear everywhere around that front entrance. The buildings themselves were you could see it was looking like it was going to deteriorate somewhat. The buildings were very old. So I guess they just decided to, brand new start. Go with the change with the times. It had to be. I'm actually really glad they did, because this is a good move to have all this going. So that is the update right now. I know most people know that the coronavirus has hit almost everything around, including every amusement park. Not just ours, Cedar Point, the Six Flags Company, all the other amusement parks, Disney World, Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Universal, they all closed. All the other amusement park areas are closing. So but it is looking up. This will pass. This epidemic will pass. Things are looking up. They are continuously working on this project. So it's going to be very nice once it's all said and done at this point. Things are moving fast. People are still moving around to get the park ready. Due to the setback, it doesn't mean they're all just, at a total halt right now. They are still working to get everything ready, and when the time comes that they will be open for the season, and everything done properly. So safety is one of Hershey Park's biggest things. They are very good with the safety. Their security team is wonderful. So we are very much looking forward to this. All right. So all right, that is all I have right now for this update, and close out with a shot of Sky Rush and Comet. So, all right, we shall hopefully see you in the summer. But again, because of the virus, that springtime in the park in April is closed. So we will keep you updated on that. All right? Everyone have a great day.